Hello, hi, my name is Gasoline Nika the Stylist, and I am your master wig artist. And today I will be teaching you how to properly bleach your knots. Of course, you want to make sure that you have already had your knots sealed using the Got To Be spray in the yellow bottle, yellow can, sorry. Okay, so it's already been sprayed. As you can see, it helps avoid having your bleach to seep through. So I'm using the Ion 20 Developer from Sally's. Okay. And I like to use 20 developers instead of 40 because I'm not in a rush. I'm a hairstylist. I do other things in the process. So I don't like for it to penetrate fast. I like for it to process very slow and to make sure that it's evenly distributed. So this is like a semi-frontal, and the reason why I say semi-frontal because it's not a full frontal. Okay, so I'm going to start from the crown area of this lace wig closure, or lace wig, frontal lace wig. Okay, so you're going to start here because here has more density, so you want to make sure that the back of the hair processes quicker. So I already have my content mixed, and you want to make sure that when you mix the contents together, it is like a toothpaste. Okay, you don't want it dripping wet. Nice and thick consistency, or like a cake batter. So I am using a knife. You can use a knife or the back of your spoon. It's better that way because all the product goes directly onto the lace instead of using the brush that holds and absorbs most of the product. I feel like you're wasting product doing that, and you want to apply a thick consistency when you're doing this, and don't press too hard. Just, you know, lay it directly onto the knots and the lace, and just let it sit for about 25, no more than 35 minutes. And you want to check it in between, and you don't want to have it sitting upwards. You're going to face it downwards on the plastic, which I gotta grab. And then I have two other laces that I had ordered for a client. This wig here, she brought it in. She found me on Google, well, her daughter found me on Google, and so decided to give me a try because the stylist she was going to was further north than where she lives. She's closer to me, so she decided, hey, give her a call. Her work looks good. So shout out to her daughter for that. And that's it. So I'm getting the sides now, and you want to go a little bit past the hairline of the closure of frontal when you're doing this. And you want to apply like it's butter on bread. Okay. Now you smooth it, but you don't press on it. That's what you want to be able to do. I'm lifting it up just a little bit just to make sure I'm putting it directly on that area. Make sure you do this. You take your time, but moving rapidly. And make sure that the hair is pulled back and not in your way. Otherwise, you're going to have to correct the bleach part of the hair. So I'm just smoothing on. As you can see, I'm not pressing on it. But now that I'm done, I'm going to get some plastic bags because I realized I didn't put one out before I started, and just let it sit. And this is what it looks like. Nice and thick. Butter, baby. Butter. So let that sit right here. And go grab the plastic bag. And make sure it's a plastic bag that don't have any like coloring on and stuff, because the color will fade into the lace. I tried that one time, and but anyway, that's another story for another day. And just let it sit like that. I'm going to push the piece on the inside, circulate flat. There you go. Just like that. Put that one to the side. Now, I'm going to start this 5x5. And that's a Brazilian hair. And this one is Indian hair. Nice and pretty. I did a live on this last week. This is why sometimes it's better to use a spoon than a knife, because you're able to grab the content better. So again, same thing. Sorry about that. I had to make sure no products on my hand. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to start from the back of the lace and work your way up. This thing is crisp, because I sprayed it like 3 different times. And because it's raw hair, this one's going to process even quicker. The hair is already brown, the knots are not too thick. The other one, the knots are kind of thick. And another tipper, if you see there's a line of demarcation from where the baby hairs are, or the thin part of the lace in the front is, and then there's a line, you want to start where that line is. That's where the density, where you have to really pluck at to make it, you know, give that natural look. So keep that in mind. I always put that bleach process, you want to start it in the front, on that hairline first. Not the hairline, but where the line of demarcation is, the thick area. And you see the darkest, you know, lining. I'm done with this one. I'm gonna have to mix more content, more products. See how I go a little bit past the hairline a little bit. I'm gonna make sure it sits. See how it's thick up in here? Make sure. Alright. So this is a 5x5. Plastic bag. You don't necessarily need a plastic bag. You can also use the aluminum foil or saran wrap. Aluminum foil or saran wrap. But I use plastic bags. When I do have the foils, then I use it. So this is what I tend to use. The Quick Blue by L'Oreal. I don't really use the scoop because I know how much I need. And the 4x4 is not that big. So I already have some content in here. I'm just adding a little bit more to it. You don't want to pour too much. You pour as you go, because you don't want to over pour and then you have a liquid product. Make sure it's not lumpy either. You want to mix the product all the way in with the whisk. It is nice and creamy. Add just a tiny little bit. I like to leave some over just in case. Just in case, you never know. You might think that you added in certain areas or that it took in every area in certain spots, you might need to reapply. Make sure there's no lumps. See that? That's how you want it to be. Start from the back. And this is a curly hair. The other one was straight hair. I'm going to show you what it's looking like so far. And there you go. All right, so I'm back with my client, Miss Lynette.
I don't know where right now.
So this is her hair that I was just talking about, and this is the Indian curly that she ordered from moi.
Yeah.
And like I mentioned, I bleach the knots and I tint the lace.
Okay.
So as you can see,
Yeah.
voila,
Voila.
match her skin.
Okay. Good.
Perfect. Perfect. So she's getting a sew-in today. I'm going to put a net on her hair. I just wanted to come here and show you really quickly. Okay, this is the part that I placed on the closure on the lace so I can know exactly where her part is going to be. Today she's going to do a middle part, but of course you can part it either way she wants, left, right, or middle. And she'll be ready to go. And she's loving the hair. All right, so I'll be back. Good afternoon, good afternoon. So I'm back again, and this time I am opening a product that I've been purchased, but I'm now using because I'm doing a glued in lace closure wig for a client. And this company, not sure how they are, but I'm gonna find out. My customer slash friend, sister friend, she found them on Instagram, and it's Touched by Misty. So this is her company, and like I try to explain to her, most of these companies have the same bottle. All they do is change the label. I bet it smells the same. And Touched by Misty, her thing is that it is really stuck. Smells like the Elmer's glue, you know, but we're gonna find out and see how long it holds. And this is the remover. So this is the glue and the remover. So when I'm ready to take it out, this is what I'll be using to remove it. Okay, so I'll let you know what it's like. Of course, you're gonna apply 3 coats just like you would do the normal glues that you use, and spread it. Make sure that it's clear before you start the second coat. All right, so let's get into it, and I'll keep you guys posted. So my client came, so she's getting a closure, but as you can see, she has no edges. So I'm gonna transform. I have here cut off a little bit, so I'm gonna add a band. Let me show you. So I already measured the band and I have it cut. So as you can see up here straight across, here's at an angle because it's gonna go like this. So I'm gonna place it from here to here. and then I'm gonna fill it in with a net so I can continue sewing. Okay, so this is how I am going to do it. So if you know anybody that's suffering from hair loss, this is the best way to be able to sew their hair in with a glued enclosure. All right, peace. Now you're gonna take it and you're gonna bring it this way. So now I'm gonna add the mesh cap net right here. You feel
Yeah.
It look like your hair, lady.
Yeah.
All right, slightly to forward. So you want it right here, you said?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You might get the next customer. So anytime she see me with something, she can do it. So let
Tilt your
me,
head for me.
so let me kite now and let's see how it look fresh.
All right. You want layers inside or just leave it even?
Just to leave it. You want to give me layers?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
It's not too blunt.
Okay. Nice, I didn't like it so puffy. That's
Exactly. Now I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I like
but then
it.
I'm going to wet it a little bit.
I like it a little bit. It's gorgeous. But I don't like stuff.
Big puff. Exactly.
Yeah.
What I like about the Indian people here,
Yeah.
when you go outside
Yeah.
and say you don't wet it or whatever, it just gives it a nice pretty curl and bounce.
Yeah. Good.
All right, let's.
Don't cut no more. You want
No, it's some long pieces that I have to cut.
Okay.
You know, when you wet the hair, you can see.
Okay. Okay.
me see the back. Let me see the back. And you don't have to worry about it tangling.
Okay.
Come
I
back.
love it. I could just wake up in the morning and shake the shit out and just go. What's it?
Cussing, y'all. She cussing.
Okay, how much is it now?
Oh, lady.
It's so free?
Yeah, right. The day you hear that I'm doing here for free, Lord, I must be making millions.
No, you will find Amazon.
Making
Husband.
$1 million. I'm gonna find me an Amazon husband.
Yeah. You're the man who owns it.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, how much is it?
Interesting. Tell the people how you like your hair.
Oh God, well, you're not gonna have critics now. I'm gonna have.
Let them know, do you like the texture? What do you like about the hair?
Yeah, okay.
What do you like about your service?
It's super. Oh, the service is number one.
Thank you.
The hair is number one. Well, I think my pain will go tonight.
What pain? You have
Pain?
pain?
Pain.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Indian curly hair with a 4x4 closure.